Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, I have a quick question. Have you ever wondered, is it possible to build another portal in Minecraft bedwars, or is it even possible to beat the game in Minecraft bedwars? Well, this was what actually came to my mind, so I decided to put it to the practice. Is it actually possible to build another portal in a bedwars world? For this to be possible though, I actually got a custom Minecraft bedwars world where I am the only one in the world. Over that way, I actually spot some diamonds, and also that way, I also spot some diamonds which I actually wanted to get badly. So I decided to get some blocks to actually bridge out to get those diamonds. I actually made a crafting table. Then next, I made a pickaxe. Finally, I actually decided to bridge to the other side to get closer to the diamonds, and also to see what was on the other side of the island. Over there, I actually spotted some emerald which I made a jump to get. I went back to my island and decided to trade more with the villager. Now I could actually get some obsidian, which I did because they were the major components of me getting to the nether. Quickly, I decided to build my nether portal. Finally, I was done with my nether portal, but then a new problem actually arose. I needed to light the nether portal. I decided to check if the villager actually says flint or fire charge, which was going to be a major component of lighting this nether portal, but it wasn't. At this point, I was about to fall into despair because I couldn't actually light the portal. That means all my effort has been in vain. But I actually spot some gravel and I got a flint on my first try. How lucky could I be? Quickly, I craft a flint and steel. And ladies and gentlemen, the moment we have all been waiting for, is it possible to make a nether portal? And boom, here was my nether portal. Yo, guys, I got another portal. I got another portal, man. I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy. I got another portal, guys. I got another portal. Question number one was finally answered. It is actually possible to get another portal. I got those diamonds, which I actually said I wanted to get earlier, made a full set of diamond armor, and decided to go to the nether portal. Was this nether portal even going to work? And boom, I was on the other side of the nether. Whoa, the nether looked perfect and fine. The nether was actually looking very fine, and it was not like bed was. It was actually a normal nether, just that there were no mobs around, which I'm kind of like actually okay with. I'm happy with it actually because I don't want those piglins coming to disturb my life. Now the next move will be for me to try and locate another fortress to get all the materials to head to the end. So I was on the journey. I walked and walked and traveled for what looked like forever, and then finally I came across the nether fortress. So guys, so guys, there's actually another fortress in a Bedwars map. I decided to find a blaze spawner, but I wasn't sure if there was going to be a blaze spawner because it was actually a custom map. I then decided to change the game mode to peaceful because I already ran out of hunger bar, so I couldn't even sprint again and I was losing health very fast. So I decided to change it to peaceful to regenerate and then continue my mission to locate a blaze spawner. And yo guys, you guys won't believe what I came across: a monster spawner. There is actually a monster spawner in Minecraft Bedwars. After waiting here for about 5 minutes and nothing was actually spawning, fear took over me again because without blaze I couldn't actually beat the game because I need the blaze rod to make Eye of Ender. At this point, I didn't know what to do again. Then I remember that my game was on peaceful mode. I quickly changed it to hard, and boom, guys, those were blaze I was seeing. I was so happy, guys. I quickly killed this guy and nothing dropped. Okay, stop setting me on fire. You also stop it. Stop it. Stop setting me on fire. Oh my god. I then actually killed some more blaze. After killing like 50 of these blaze and none of them actually just dropped a blaze rod, I then fall into despair again because I didn't know what to do, because without this thing dropping blaze rod I couldn't beat the game. But then I decided to check the menu of the game and saw that mob loot was off. I then switched it on, and in case if you are wondering what mob loot is, it means when mobs are killed they are gonna drop their loot. And boys, I just got my first blaze rod. Yo guys, I'm so happy. I then actually decided to get more blaze rod, and at this point I already had 16, so I was thinking it was enough and I had to leave. Before leaving, I quickly look around to see if I would actually get some nether warts, and behold guys, I actually found nether warts. Yo guys, let's go. No, fuck bro, I just burned down all my nether warts. Oh, all my effort, this took me about 5 minutes to find, and now I just burned them down. Like no one was even remaining. Whoa, I actually got some more. There was actually another set at the back of the ones I just burned. I then left the fortress to a crimson forest, or whatever this biome is called, because enderman are popularly known to be in this biome. After looking around for like 7 minutes, I couldn't spot any enderman. I knew this was actually going to be a problem. I then decided to dig a hole to hide myself, like a 2 block hole to hide myself, because I wanted to check at the game menu to see if there was any problem. And behold, mob spawning was turned off. I then turned it on and looked around for some few minutes. I couldn't actually spot any enderman. Then I remember my game was peaceful. I then switched it to easy, and behold, we are the Enderman. Yo, guys, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Come here, man. Let me spank you. Come, let me spank you. Spank you. Spank you. Spank you. Die, man. Die. Yo, guys, I killed more and more and more and more Endermen. Finally, I was tired of killing Enderman because I already got 16 and 9. I then turned off mob spawning back because that was how it was before, but I could actually still see some endermen. But that wasn't my problem anymore now. My problem now was for me to get home. Luckily for me, I took down my coordinates. After walking for some few minutes, I then finally spot my nether portal. I quickly changed the game back to peaceful because I was already running out of health and hunger bar. I did this to regenerate, nothing else. It was just to regenerate because there are no food at all. So this is actually to regenerate, and then I usually switch back to normal. Finally, I was prepared to now go to the end because I have gotten my blaze rod and my ender pearl. Before that, I actually decided to make a brewing stand to brew some potion. After crafting the brew stand was when I actually realized there was a problem. I couldn't actually get water. I then craft some ender pearl and then threw it to know if the ender portal actually existed, and behold, my ender pearl was pointing towards that direction, meaning the ender portal was actually existing. Yo guys, I'm actually having a good feeling. I then walked around the island to trade for some block to bridge. And now I arranged my inventory and I was ready to go to find the ender portal. I shoot my ender eye and still pointing towards the same direction. I decided to bridge towards that direction. After bridging for a while, I actually spot something, and what I was seeing was amazing. There was actually land beyond the island I was in. Quickly, I decided to bridge towards the land to get a better view. I used an ender pearl to actually come down. This was actually a quicker way to go down. Finally, I got down and I was amazed with what I was seeing. I crouched down to look at the bottom and I could actually see deep slate. I threw my ender pearl and it was actually pointing towards that direction. So that direction was where I actually traveled. After traveling for some couple of minutes, let me say like 3 minutes, I came across this water. At this point, I didn't know what to do because I couldn't actually just swim across the water. But bro, this was magnificent. I haven't seen something like this all my life playing Minecraft. I haven't actually seen something like this. I then made a crafting table, craft a boat and a shovel, got some dirt to bridge up to the top of the water, and finally I bridged to the top of the water, and what I saw was amazing. There was actually a natural generating world. I got into my boat because I already crafted, so it couldn't actually go to waste. I then sailed to a nearby village which I actually spotted, and finally I got some food. I no longer have to change my word to peaceful to regenerate or gain health. I cannot eat to regenerate. Ladies and gentlemen, we are getting some here. I then explored the village a little bit more, and these trapdoors here were kind of like weird. And now I decided to focus on my journey to find the ender portal. I threw my ender pearl and it was actually pointing towards that direction. So towards that direction was where I actually traveled. I traveled for some couple of minutes. I actually stopped by to get some wood which will be necessary for me to craft ladders to climb the end pillars, and then made a furnace to get some coal to make torches to see when I am in the stronghold. Also on the way, I craft some bucket and got some bucket of water. Then finally, after traveling for another couple of minutes, I came to a stop. I finally reached the end portal. I knew the stronghold was somewhere around here. I then threw my ender pearl again and it went into the ground because I could actually see the dust or whatever was coming out from there, and yeah, the stronghold was under beneath there. The next thing I decided to do, we all already know. I actually dug down to see if the stronghold actually exists. I then craft some torch and boom, water. I dig down and dig again, came across the cave, digged and digged and digged. And finally I came across the stronghold. Go boys, let's go! Finally found the stronghold. Let's go boys, let's go! I finally found the stronghold. Now my last question was about to be answered. Is it possible to beat Minecraft in bedwars? I actually looked around, and after looking around for what almost seemed like forever, I then finally came across the ender portal. Boys, I made it. I'm about to find out if it is actually possible to beat Minecraft in a bedwar world. I then decided to keep some of my items in a chest I crafted earlier, then made some golden apple and also craft my wheat that I
Respawn
collected
point
earlier
set.
into bread, then set my respawn point, made some ladders. I then kept some ladders and distribute my item to so that if I die again, I could actually get other items to go back to fight the Ender Dragon. I then arranged my inventory to prepare for the Ender Dragon fight. Finally, I put all my Eye of Ender into the Ender frame and guess the portal was active. Finally, my last question was about to be answered. From what I can see so far, the end was looking kind of like normal, I would say. And yes, the Ender Dragon actually exists. The Ender Dragon was existing. I wasn't believing what I was seeing. I then decided to make a well to get infinite water because this will actually help me to break my fall when I'm actually brushing up. This guy actually charged at me a few times, but I was able to dodge him. And then I used my ladder to pillar up to where the end crystal are. And boys, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. There was no end crystal. Like, bro, there was no end crystal. At first, I thought my game was in peaceful or something, but after checking at my game settings, my game was actually on hard mode. And I didn't actually see any setting that could actually affect the end portal. After checking a few other end portal and see that there was no end crystal, I then decided to go for the dragon itself. Though I was happy, I won't lie, because it's actually made my life easier because I didn't need to destroy this end portal because these things were the most annoying thing to do when fighting the other dragon. I then decided to spank him and spank just die, okay? Die. Die already. Come down, come up, and yeah, oh my god, this guy actually did a lot of damage to me. I had to eat a gold apple to regenerate, and again I spank him and spank him and spank him, and yo guys, I finally killed the Ender Dragon. Boys, I beat the game. My last question was answered. And in case you have actually been wondering too, is it possible to beat the Ender Dragon? Nah, you finally know, yes, it's possible to beat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft Bedwars. Bro, what just happened? My egg fell into the portal, man. This is the first time such a situation is happening to me, guys. Like, my egg just went to the portal. I then decided to check around to see if there is actually an end gateway because I wasn't actually sure if there was going to be an end gateway. But boys, there is actually an end gateway. I didn't actually go through it because I didn't wanted to play further. My goal was just to be the Ender Dragon, which I have actually done. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you actually enjoyed the show, please do well to like and subscribe. It will actually mean a lot to me.